Hey everybody, welcome back to Hearthstone, and I have a brand new deck to play as. It's Pelagos Priest. Now normally, I see a priest, I boo. Boo priest! Boo! They're unfun, they make the game last forever, they do some nerdy combo shit and you lose. You smack your face against them, like do 40, 50 damage in, health, and they just, they push their button and they restore all the health back. But I think this version of Priest is more fun, more interactive, so I'm willing to give it a try. Now, there are some great cards in here. The main ringleader is Pelagos, who looks like... I don't know WoW lore, by the way. I've never played WoW. It's just the card game for me. So I don't know if this is, like, Pelagos, Sword of Peladad. He's the delivery boy for the gods, but I think he looks like a little delivery boy. Like, he's just completed his divine paper round. And he's like, sire, I've completed it. But yeah, anyway, the deck's based around Pelagos. So we buff, ideally, his health in my deck, but whatever stat is higher after I've casted a spell on him, his stats will mirror the two. So like, if I gave him 7 health to make it to 13 health, he would gain 13 attack. If I gave him 7 attack, he'd get, he would get 8 health. So it'd become an 8-8. With that, we've also got Bless, plus 2 health to a minion, and then we set its attack to equal its health. Very good to put this onto the Elemental. That can be a 3-mana 5/5, very strong with a combo. Also, we have in here the Partner in Crime. You stick a Bless on the Partner in Crime, that's a 6-mana 7/7. Not 1, but 2. 6-mana 7/7s. Brutal. Then I have a few, other things. We have the Cathedral of the Tone, which I think is definitely core to this deck. And then we have a few other options, as I said. And I've gone with a little bit of a anti-imp package, so to speak. We have Shard of Naru, silence all enemy minions. Pesky imps that get buffed, no longer are buffed with the Shard of Naru. I've put 2 of them in here. Also, in case I run into imp warlock, I've taken a clean the scene. We destroy all minions with 3 or less attack. I'm rarely going to have 3 or less attack minions on the board. My intention is always to, buff our dudes. So hopefully this won't hit my board. Admittedly, I think this could be subbed out. I did try and run this off camera. I say off camera. It was on camera, but my internet very much broke, so I've lost that part, sadly. I was running... What was I running? Where are you? My brain has melted. Devouring Plague. I was trying to use Plague against them for a bit of lifesteal, but honestly, it doesn't work particularly well against the Imp deck. So I'm going to try this for a bit more, a little bit more oomph. I will also admit I should have another boon in this deck. I've only got 1 at the moment, so I would probably put in another boon and take a Clean the Scene out. Oh, by the way, we've also got Samuro in here. Another great target to buff the stats of. And then, just the piece de resistance, once we've, exhausted everything in this deck, Ysera the Dreamer gives me some more value. I'm not saying this one is, going 6-1 again, but I think we can do some damage. Oh, and I forgot the big thing. We have, what is he called? Theodar? Theodaka? I think it's Theodar. And I can disrupt Denarius Druid. So I wait for them to, pull it into their hand, fish for it ideally, and I slap him on the board, take it, and I'll give him one of my, my cards that doesn't really benefit Druid as much. Okay, that's unexpected. I was going to say I've not seen many priests this expansion.
The goddess is my shield.
So I think Clean the Scene in this mirror is going to be useless, assuming it is the mirror. Cathedral of Atonement, fantastic. 3 mana, draw 3 cards, and gain +6/+3. It is over 5 turns. Oh, it's... See? Boo! Boo this priest! This might be the priest I can't beat, honestly. So this could be sad times incoming. But we'll try and work with it. Okay. Coin? Atonement? Okay. Coin Taskmaster? Potentially, okay, that'll give me some armor scraps for the Pelagos. Or do nothing. I feel like I've got so many 3-mana options that we should do something at least. Let's get Taskmaster going. For the sole reason, if I draw into the... I can't always remember what it's called. The one that duplicates itself. These scraps will be more useful for it, potentially. Completely fine. Enjoy that health. You know what? This was a line I didn't think I was going to take. Just get smoked. I'll put a bit of control. Gets this guy at 4 attack. Priest hate minions at 4 attack. See? Powerless to deal with this. Okay, let's set this up. Now, what is a big weakness for me? Well, considering how Pelagos works, Light Bomb is going to be a weakness for me. So I think we're just going to have to hope and pray haven't got Light Bomb. Admittedly, if they're going to try and do their 2, 3, 4 costing, they're not going to play it. But they'd probably go out of sequence, you know, for a potential 8-8 coming up. In fact, it's going to be potentially a 10-10. I can't give you Pelagos. Okay. I will give you an armor scrap. Enjoy it. Then, say hello to my little friend.
I will find the truth.
Does the order matter here? I mean, I guess we should draw first. Just a casual, you know, turn 5, 9-9. 4 mana, 9-9. Pretty good. So Light Bomb clears. But if I can put the pressure on that they lose the 6, then they lose their combo piece, potentially. Now, I don't really... Well, I've never played combo... Sorry. I've never played the Quest Priest. There goes Light Bomb. Unlucky. I think they have 2 of them in the deck, normally. Or I think there's a Reno variant where Reno is the 6. But that's a pretty big puzzle piece gone for them. And now... Maybe I save Identity Theft for when they complete the quest.
I wonder.
We don't need to rush. They're going to take their time. I just need to do one huge turn that they can't deal with. Hello. Okay, that did count as 3. Lyra is pretty good as well. Lyra Bless comes a 7-7. I was trying to save Bless for Samuro. But if I can't, I can't. I think this is more pressure at least. The question is, do I push the button on it? That's a good question. I don't think I do. We're in the range of death. If it stays for a turn and he can't deal with it, then I'll go for it. We just have to get a little bit cautious. That's all. I will probably Elic it as well next turn, if I don't draw into culprits. Or suspect, whatever it's called.
Undead, not dead.
That's out of sequence again. That's their other 6. I forgot about this. Okay. Enjoy. I should have traded that back. That was dumb. They're going to find something in my hand. I don't have an answer to this in my hand. Oh, actually, maybe they do. We'll see. Maybe the identity theft and identity theft. Can you do that? I presume he can.
The path is clear for the worthy.
Okay. Shall we just keep buffing this guy? Call the Grave. Ooh, I don't know if I've got any Death Rattle minions in my deck. I don't think I do. Give me shard. You still waiting for 4 as well? Theotar. I've called this guy everything other than Mike. I was calling Theokar in the lost episode. The Mad Duke. I should just call him Mad Boy.
What's yours will be mine.
Okay, he's stealing my identity theft? Question mark. Yes, he did. He's stealing my Samurai. Oh my god, that was the 4 cost.
My hand is full.
You didn't... Okay, sure. This isn't going particularly well at the moment. Right, I have very few minions in my deck, so Switcheroo could be pretty good here. I do want this guy to live through the trade. 3, 6, 8. I forgot about... I was going to say. I forgot about you giving me an extra one. I have to play a minion this turn. The problem right now, though, is if I play a minion... Well, no, we'll play 8 element then. And this will draw me a card. I have too many cards. In fact, it will draw me 2 cards. I need this thing to die. I think I just entered.
My hand is full.
That's fantastic news. That's their 7 gone as well. So they're going to struggle to do 6-7. Have I seen you play a Duke yet? I think a Reno Priest.
My blade seeks vengeance.
Okay, he's going to clear. Thank you, honestly. I needed that. I say he's going to clear. I forgot that was not going to do the frenzy. So element stays up. And again, 4 attack. What do priests not like? 4 attack. You stole a clean the scene off me. Okay, it's time. Do 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 boop do 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 do.
You get the goods.
Play 1.
I'll stand watch.
Three, 6, 9. I will lose 1 if I do this.
Claims the cold tooth mine.
Okay,
You get the goods. I'll stand watch.
pretty good. 2 6-11s. which we can get a 6/13 taunt minion. Now I don't want to put all my eggs into one basket, but this is anti-light bomb tech. Assuming this is Reno though, obviously they haven't got a light bomb anymore. Now, a small issue is I'm probably going to run out of cards before they do. It's not Reno. Okay, so they probably do have another light bomb. Will you please stop stealing my cards? If you're looking for minions, good luck. I don't know if I've got any more in the deck. It might be 9 spells. Oh my god. You're going to take your Sarah, aren't you? Oh, he took my Theater. Okay. He's going to have another rummage through my drawers. Well. Let's play cards now, then. That being said, I think that's the only one I want to play.
Someone's coming. Someone's coming.
Is this all I want to play? I don't want the silence in my hand. This is fine. I should have cleared that 3. Well, I don't know. I maybe should have done something to it. Fine. Okay. Oh no! I've lost my other one! Okay. Again? I say again. Three. I just need to play stuff.
What is Elaine's will?
This is horrible. I don't really want to take damage because then the gifts of Naru will... These gifts of Naru are just annoying. I guess I do Narubian Egg. I forgot it heals them. I'm dumb. There's a theft afoot. Hello? I don't have shadows, so I guess that. I'm trying to clear my hand of stuff and I'm just filling it up with more and more junk. Now I have a shadow spell. So they've got Renethal in their hand. So we want to steal Renethal and give them Gift of the Naru to make them draw their cards. I like that this was originally my Theater that the opponent stole off me and I've copied it off them again. And potentially I'm going to steal my version of it from him. Just priest games, apparently. You can bet your bottom dollar I'm counting that as a win. I presumed, again, they were caught for something and had to leave. Honestly, you've just saved our audience the agony of waiting for me to deck out, because that's where that game was going. I have considered this being a problem with this deck, that control will probably beat me in the end.
Versus Jaina. Knowledge is power. Give me strength.
We'll keep Bless. I'm tempted to keep Bless Radiant Elemental, but Mage has so many freeze options, I kind of want something a little bit beefier. Unless it's Mech Mage. Shadow Naru is pretty good if it's Mech Mage, though. Okay, that being said, goodbye. Ooh, we can do some blessing here. Turn 6, that's 6 mana, 14/14 in stats.
Blessings to you.
That's right. Feel the groove.
What do you mean? I'm vaguely aware of what people do with this. It's the card that swaps the cost of a spell in their hand with mine. They try to give me the coin, right? So I should just play coins when I see them. Okay, that's some pressure. Is it enough to make me want to do that? Nope. That is probably going to be my turn 6 play, actually, instead of Partner in Crime. Therefore, let's do some Thievery. Hello? This is kind of all junk, I'm not going to lie. No one will expect the Pyroblast Priest.
The Queen's trove is forbidden.
That's fine. It's actually better. Okay. I'm not on turn 6. I've made a small misplay. Well, let's not double down. I can't believe that. Why did I think I was on turn 5 before? I just got ahead of myself.
I'm 7.
Uh-oh. This is probably going to be Spell. Which is really bad for me. Yeah. That's pretty bad. We're going to chalk this one up to a my bad moment.
The Queen's trove is forbidden.
Okay, it is Spell.
Predictable.
6. It's not lethal unless they can find a way through this. Okay. They couldn't.
That's right. Feel the groove.
If you couldn't get through that, can you get through an Elic-powered one? Next turn, assuming they just butted me in the face, I'm gonna have to start healing. Basically every turn. Okay, this doesn't seem good. 3. Okay, they aren't milling me here. Miss. You scumbag. Okay. Well. What? I don't know. I feel like they misplayed that horrendously. I have to heal my face. Yeah, this doesn't work. How do I want to do this? I have to do this. I just have to make sure he's big, beefy, and burly.
You wish to match wits with me.
Don't hit me in the face with Pyroblast. Hello? Interesting. Oh, they didn't cast it, did they? Oh, I hate that you just got an honorable kill. I have to push the button. And then I die the turn afterwards. So I need to find a way of doing 30 damage fairly soon. So this has to be done, otherwise we lose. And I think this is the only means I have of putting a minion on the board with enough damage to, you know, do something. It's still only 16-16.
I'll stand watch.
You have the 2 now?
I can't take him. Wait.
Alright, we put this one down to just a my bad. That happens. I can't counter 6. Run it back.
Versus Nemzi.
Imp, you don't realize what's coming for you. Theotar Mad Boy could be good, but I don't think it's a necessity. I think I will keep Cathedral Atonement. Okay, that's a pretty nice 3 to 4, and not a bad 2. Could definitely be better though. I will admit, my one, and this is kind of a weird problem for Priest, one of the issues with this deck is I don't really have any heal in it. Other than my button. Which is kind of unusual for a Priest, but this is not a very Priest-like Priest deck. I mean, I guess it's the new direction Hearthstone wanted to take the Priest. To stop the class just being awful to play against. They wanted to make them, you know, buff minions. Buff and heal. And this is just a very buff Priest. Alright. Holly, we know you're Imp Warlock. Play an Imp. Coin Hero Power? It's Imp. Interesting coin to card into. So they must have a decent 2-play in mind. Let's see if this lives. Well, what am I thinking they have? I might make a small deviation from my intended plan depending on what they play. If it's that 2/5 imp, I might bless this and just trade it out. Okay, they had 2 Seeds of Destructions. Did not expect just mass amounts of imps. Maybe I should wait for this to be the turn 5 play. Yeah, this is going to be the turn 5 play. Warlock, what do you have in your hand right now? Ooh. So you have these guys, eh? If you don't mind, I'll take your Vile Library. And if you would like, would you like to search for a spell in your deck? There you go, enjoy. I wish I'd clicked on this now. Ah, fuck it, you can trade into me. We could have a cathedral and a Vile Library. We're just building a home for ourselves. I ruined their turn 4 play. They were definitely going to play the Vile Library. Okay. Incoming Despair for Warlock.
You get the goods. I'll stand watch.
No, we should do this first. 6, 7. It would be a 7/7 this way for... Sorry, it'd be an 8/8. No, I should do this first. I think I'm right. Then I'll trade you out, and you can leave that imp guy there.
You get the goods.
Okay, Warlock, how do you plan to deal with 2 8/8s on turn 5?
For the roast, my lord.
Why do you call?
Okay. I see you've chosen Despair. Fair enough. 3/1, trade into there, run 2 8/8s at you. Also heal this guy. Pop. Pop.
Someone's coming. Someone's coming.
Good luck, Warlock. Imagine if these had Rush. Honestly, Philly's bored. Oh. He'd just be running out of options. That's not going to help you. You lost the imp. Actually, maybe you intended to do that. What are we playing here? Very nice. Despair.
Someone's coming.
This is what this priest is here to do. Are you having problems with, you know, the impending dread of facing Warlock? Look no further. Priest is here. Pelagos is here. Delivering whoop-ass on Imp Warlock. And annoying druids. Ooh. Before I forget. There you go. Oh, baby. Feast.
Let's have
Yes. I'm getting deja vu. I'm getting incredible deja vu, honestly. Almost the same hand I had before. In fact, maybe... No, it wasn't the same. Ah, this might be control warlock. We might lose to this warlock. I'm considering getting a Radiant Element out with the coin. Blessing it next turn and Thriving in the Shadows as my turn 2 play. What can Warlock do to a 2-3? We're about to find out. This might be a misplay. If he doesn't clear this, we're going to have a 5-5 on turn 2. And going into turn 3, Warlock is going to struggle with that. Give me my other bless. Just a casual turn 2 5-5 with an upside. It discounts my spells. Of course, the Running Owl. You know what? I'm just going to put you under pressure. If you're going to trade, you can make the trade. Alright. Man, I can't believe they're running Owl. I think I'm going to just eat this damage so that I can get a Taskmaster out. Because then I have this, that. Oh, hang on a minute. Before I get too ahead of myself. Maybe I should just Elemental Bless again?
I wonder.
Or just Identity Theft. Nah, let's get this set up. We can always use one of these armor scraps as well to set off Lyra. The other nice thing about the Radiant play would be that I could have played the Curse as well for a discount. This is okay. We can play this. I have the means to do so. I think. Alright, how do you plan to deal with this?
You get the goods. I'll stand watch.
I didn't save enough for... whatever. We do that instead.
Snibble is here.
You get the goods. I'll stand watch.
4/8s are still pretty good. Next turn, is it Lyra Scrap? Maybe. Or Lyra Bless. 7/7. Yeah, they seem to be struggling to deal with my board. I can't play Bless. That's right. Again, counting is a small issue for me. Don't make fun of me. Ooh, that's really good. And 7 mana. That's 7 mana in my hand. Actually less, because I'll play Elemental. So your Immolate has annoyed me, but I've still got the value out of my cards. Could have got more value had it been, you know, counting. Another destruction card, please. I have to believe. Twisting Nether is coming up, so we need to be a little bit cautious. I have no death rattles. What shadow spells do I have? Thrive in Shadows? Is that the only one? I think that might work. You've got another silence. I did this in the wrong order, by the way. Apologies to anyone mauling away.
Someone's coming.
I hope you have another single target destruction, or you're going to have to twisting this.
Let the ritual of absolution commence.
I was going to say it's Drained Soul. I don't know if that's what you wanted. Fantastic! Fantastic! Do 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 do. I like to win with this version of Priest, cause it's fun. Ooh, thank you. 2 random rares. I'll enjoy them. 3 in 1, man. Honestly, when I went into this one, I would have taken going 3 and 4 with this. I thought we were going to have a little bit of struggles with certain decks. And I've already hit 3, so I'm happy. Everything else now is just gravy for me. What I will say is Clean the Scene, I think, might not be the card. I probably would go back and change that one a little bit. Theatar could be good against Paladin. Steal their important cards. That we don't need. I don't know about this, like, redraw. With Bless, it makes me feel a bit happy, but I can't help but think I've saved 3, 6, and 4 now. 3 different 1-cost cards. Not gonna lie, I've never ever seen the Paladin quest before. I don't know what it does. But he's gonna summon little beanies. So I guess it's Silver Hand Paladin. You know what? Yes, it's Dude Paladin. So he has a Steward in his hand. I guess Servant is the best one for me. That's pretty good. So is that, honestly. All of these are interesting options. Leviathan is a big temptation. It is a fast answer. I don't think I've got enough minions in my deck to make Bannerman really effective, but it would be a turn 3 play. But I'm probably going to play you on turn 3. Alright, give me Leviathan. Sorry. Yeah, I'll probably play Servant. Yeah, you were going to play that.
What'll wet your whistle?
What'll wet your whistle? Transform your secrets into... Nope. Summon 2 Silverhand recruits. Restore 8 health to a damage-friendly character. I mean, I'm not playing you on 4, and I don't have a lot of minions, so I guess I'll take Ragnaros, but again, not sure about my picks right now. Oh my god. Mukbon, I think you have the best voice line I've seen so far in the new expansion.
Need a bit more spice over here.
Okay, do I Theatar? If I Theatar, I have to... Well, 1, I have to give them a card. But 2... In fact, my hand's pretty good right now. I don't know if I do want to give them a card. My worry comes at Carriel. Carriel is... Oh my god, what's the cost of Carriel? Is it 8? I think it's 8, so I can wait on that a little bit. I could Pelagos, but why would I Pelagos? Yeah, I think... this and pass is fine. Not good, but fine. I'm a little bit worried about giving them the board. Okay, I'm now very worried about giving them the board. So what can I do about that? We could play 2-3. I'd get a 2-5 taunt, just to slow them down. Or we Pelagos Ascendant. You know what? That's way better. No, I can't do that. Before you make a mistake. Pelagos Bless as well. Give me an 8-8. They're just going to chunk through it.
What is Elun's
Okay. No. No. Yes.
With Carestia's blessing, I will find the truth.
If they don't deal with this, they're going to have a huge lad coming with taunt. That's what I thought. Here comes a big lad, by the way. Yeah, 6-6. You're going to be a 3-3. And now I don't know what I do on 6. Because I was going to play you, but now I don't think I play you. Maybe it's time to Theotar. Other lines. I just play Partner in Crime Bear, that seems weak. I play another Cathedral Atonement, which then sets up on turn 7 to get a big rush guy going. Or Radiant. That would take this down to 4. Alright. What's in your hand? Honestly, I want to deny you this. And I will give you this. He was definitely playing that this turn. It's infused. Ah, I see the problem now. Hey, this is scary. I don't like what's going on here. Right. 4-7. Bring you to a 7-10. I could trade into that. But then what is my answer after that? I get a Leviathan. I give him 2. That takes him to 6. Doesn't quite get through that. I feel like I'm always just 1 mana off the play I want to make. I think I have to Elic Mount here. And I just make him chew through me. I just need to slow him down. 3, 6, 7, 8. That's fine. We can play Rag next turn, but again, it's a pretty slow play.
Reporting for duty.
Hey, my board clear would be nice, by the way. Despair. Maybe. Maybe not Despair.
What is in
No, Despair.
I hear and obey.
It was close. Had I not pushed the button previous turn, I would have been fine. Sorry, not pushed the button. Had I not pushed my other location. Honestly, I don't know. That might be variance. I have no idea. I've not seen a lot of Paladins. I've seen a few. But I do want to test that deck out as well at some point. You may have noticed on the screen I've already started building a deck list for it. Just need to cut some chaff from it. But it seems fairly, you know, offensive. As in, not, you know, naughty or dirty or rude. But it can smack you around a little bit.
I do not know where Illidan saw you.
Elune give me strength.
Demon Hunter. Ah. So this is either Relic or it's going to be probably some pretty aggressive variant of it. Did I just mulligan Identity Theft and get it back again? I think I did. Are you Relics? Well, it'll take a while to find out. With my experience of this deck, I kind of want to revisit this at some point. I have some other ideas for it. And I might take it in a different direction. Like, I might play it slower, assuming this is what they're playing, and do it as a Renfall deck.
I will find a way.
Okay, this has revealed nothing so far. But, let me steal your identity. Yep, it's Relic Demon Hunter. And if I Zymox next turn, I have a chance of stealing Zymox. Ordering. Yeah, we could play that on 5. What would I give them back? I mean, I could give them the Chaos Strike back. That'd be pretty funny. Clean the Scene again is a pretty good card to give to them. Yes. Play cards in your hand. So we're not in a rush right now. We can wait a little bit. I don't have to play it immediately on 4. Can I have a minion, please? I would like a minion in my hand. Okay, thank you. I bet he's raging as well. It's like, God damn this guy, he won't play a minion. I just want to rush boys into it. Okay, very lucky. You've got the Relic Vault. Yeah, Tyrion. Or Talon, sorry, not Tyrion. What is my highest cost card? Or minion, even? I'm not sure what it is. There we go. He's happy. He's killing his minions. Oh, of course it's Ysera. I forgot I even had that in this deck. I've legitimately never played it. I might take it out. Okay, this is a threat for you. Enjoy.
You get the goods. I'll stand watch.
Are you going to hit this with your face? You're gearing up to hit this with your face. Now, you probably... Well... Didn't matter, did it? Were they at 40? I can't remember. Oh, hello. I've never played Clean the Scene before. I could play it now. I don't think it's the play, though. I think that is a little bit too slow. That being said, how do I get through this otherwise? Maybe I do play it.
What is a loon's will?
Because I don't really want it to infuse right now. Yeah, I think we just vomit it out. Goodbye. I guess I could have... No, that wouldn't have worked either. I'm calling it. I made the right play. Okay, 8. We could do some Lyra shenanigans. They've still not played a relic yet. Okay, here it comes. Wow. Very good. Also very good. Don't think I'm at the point yet where I need to think about despair. Although maybe I am. Yeah, I think we are at the point now where I should be aware of despair. Look, be a lady. Yoink. You can have one of these. I should have played one of them if I was going to play one, but hey ho. Then I'll do this. This. Is this enough despair yet for you, Demon Hunter? Nope, it's not. Now, the real killer will be if I can kill him with Zymox myself. It won't be a good Zymox, sadly, but... Well, I say that. Should I just become a better Demon Hunter? Should that be the name of the game? I'm you, but better. Maybe. Okay, what do I play on 9? Kobold to give me the 2 spells. I want to play as many cards as I can this turn. Yeah, I should take Ysera out of this deck. I just never have enough cards in my hand to play it. Clean the Scene would be lovely if you draw into that. Okay, that works too. I don't even need to upgrade it. Three, 9. So I'm going to draw into 10. I'm going to... do I toss a card? I'm so greedy. If I don't toss a card, it's really hard for me to clear my hand. If we overdraw, we overdraw. I am going to be playing that, though, for 5, so that'll take me back down to 9. And then nothing else gives me an advantage. I think we Lyra... Scrap, scrap. Bless. I'm just considering whether or not I should push this button, then I probably will overdraw. Okay, that's kind of annoying for the light it burns. Ball. He's playing around it, he's smart. Okay, it's time for despair.
Behold the glory of a new sun!
That's not great despair. That's not good despair. This is pretty good despair. Condemn is also fairly nice. I think we just clear you. 3, 4, 5, 9. Yeah, I can't push my location right now. I'll overdraw. Like, the only way Demon Hunter can deal with this, unless he's going to kill me this turn, which I don't think he can, is to kill Lyra. I like just run everything into it. And he has to deal with it, right? I've got 14 damage on the board. I can push this for another 2. I'm 1 off lethal. Like, they know I could buff one of my minions, so they have to clear it. It's too big a threat.
A toast to all who sought to kill me.
Okay, that's unexpected. Maybe I should have put Syed Nathrius in my version of that. To be fair, this was actually one of the things I was thinking of doing, making it a control deck, make it very slow, and having Sire as a win condition. Let's be honest though, the relic part of that was irrelevant. This was basically token Demon Hunter, but killing me. With Sire. Did I see Sire in that hand? Because he must have had it from like the opening of the game.
Give me strength.
I'm not sure I did see it. So I think I might have got a little bit unlucky there. I think I scanned his hand twice and I missed it both times. Because that was 24. Holy moly, that was pretty big. And he had 4 minions twice, so that's 8 minions. 2 rushes, 10. And then he summoned a few other plebs, like the 2 at the start. Like 12. Plus the 15. Yeah, I think he had it in his opening hand. Or he must have drawn into like the turn afterwards or something.
Brilliant.
Sorry, we don't have any ink.
It's fine. Honestly, keep going.
Stop yelling!
Okay, 3 coin, light it burns this just to save a bit of health. And then next turn we can partner in crime and push the location. Have you got your location? No. But he might have it now. So maybe we fear Tar instead. We theater push the button. And I can give him an elemental if I really want to.
Insanity is no excuse for bad manners.
Okay, this is possibly what we want. Do I want to give you Thrive in the Shadows, or would I rather give you an Elemental? What am I going to do in 5? Probably Thrive. Could be Lyra as well. Yeah, you can have this. Okay. Mortal Coil. Surprised he traded. I guess he's still fishing for his location. He's going to take you back. My hand is just legendaries, basically. What are you going to give me? He took Lyra. Okay. And he gave me Imp Swarm, really? That seems extreme. Bet you wish you took that. Alright, well done, you got a pre-spell. Enjoy it. What the fuck am I doing? What's this deck doing right now? It's like, it's just doing nothing. I just sat here watching him kill me. We might have to just partner in crime here.
You get the goods. I'll stand.
Draw into something good? Good, but not what I'm after. 4, 5. Heal or do this? This is my only answer to a big minion coming. I think I just play some imps. Just to help clear up this mess.
You get the goods. I'll stand watch.
Like what priest cards are you gonna get that's gonna help him? He's trading. That's a pretty good one. It is something I would like to put in this deck, but I don't have it, sadly. He's playing priest better than I am. I'm sad right now. Oh my god. Please stop. Or don't. You know what? Keep buffing him. This is crazy. Mine. Give me my health back, please. 3-3. I think I would like to do an identity theft and see what you've got in your hand. Do I become Tamsin? I might have to. And... this, I guess. Then I have 2 mana left. I'm probably going to heal myself.
Someone's coming.
Whoa! Too many cards!
Oopsie daisy.
A little fire never hurt nobody.
That's fine. I can deal with this. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. My eyes, they water. Okay. It's
Someone's coming.
time to become a warlock. So we trade you in.
Someone's coming.
I do that. You draw 3 cards, right? 3, 6, 8. We drop down to 7. So I can just play you instantly.
You know nothing.
I was considering pushing the button, but I don't want to overdraw. We gained 5 armor. We just swapped sides. That's what's happened here. Am I willing to overdraw? Yeah. But overdraw a card. It's fine. I wish that wasn't that one. Okay. You got some pretty good priest cards. So currently I can leave him on 1.
We don't have any ink.
Ah. That's fine. So I have to be very careful here because he's going to push his library, so I'm going to have to clear up a little bit here. And I have none of my taunts.
What is taking so long?
I need that. I say that, I should have grabbed the other one. What am I thinking? This was dumb. This was what we call in the business a little bit of a misplay. I'm going to put you here. We have one big burly imp. And I'll trade one of your imps. So this will give 4, 5, 5, 5.
The top shelf is extra.
He still has to trade another one in. We're so lucky. I'm glad I grabbed this one now.
Stop yelling! Impressive. You win this time.
Is that me going positive again? Is this a positive day? Fantastic. You know what, since we've had a few games cut off, I'll run one more. We went positive on the day. I'm typically trying to do 7 per episode, but this is kind of a little fun deck. Let's show off a little bit more. Hey, a druid, perfect. This is the one opponent as well I wanted to run into.
My dear Malfurion.
Okay, this time I want Steely McSteelerson. Thank you. Despair could very much be happening for druid, we'll see.
I see you've brought guests.
You play that cold mines. And then I know. Now, the counter to this, admittedly, is that druid typically has a big hand, so, you know. Theotar will struggle to find it.
Time waits for no one.
I could also just play it instantaneously and hope that they have, like, Guff in the hand or something. Like, there's a few cards that would be good for me. And going second means I could potentially give them the coin. And, you know, druid obviously likes the coin, but not as much as they would have liked Guff. And I would love Guff. Okay. I think... Ooh, there's a lot of lines to go here. I think I just hope that this survives. Aggressive play or not aggressive play? I'll give you one more turn.
With Carestia's blessing, I will find the
As in, I will wait one more turn for Theatar. Because I don't think you can play Guff into that, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can. I feel like the tempo would be too slow for that. Okay, never mind. We should have Theatard. I should have stole Guff off him. But again, Druid can't just kill a minion. He's going to have to run minions into it to do it. So he's not going to be hugely fond of what is about to happen.
enlighten me.
Alright, Druid, show me how you're going to deal with a 12-12. It's turn 4, by the way. Despair, question mark? Oh, it's Death Rattle, Druid.
All it takes is love, care, and death.
Well, how intriguing. I can't give them this. That would be bad. In fact, I can't Theatar right now. My cards are too good. Do I just do nothing?
Enlighten me.
You know what? I don't even want you to have that because you're going to trade it into this. Yep, I just push the button. And then make him cry on turn 6. Okay, there's 10. What were you playing on 10? Ah, an 8-8 with Rush. Despair for me? Question mark?
Snibble is here.
I think I just keep you alive. He can't do the Death Rattle play again. And we're approaching Partner in Crime Boon. Really? A random minion and he got this? Are you fucking kidding me? Buy a lottery ticket. That's all I can say. Okay, what answers do you have? Because I haven't got one.
Is no excuse for bad manners.
That could be one. Oh my god. Actually, the worst thing that I could have had. I would rather have given you Sarah. I can't believe a random minion he got the general.
The flowers will bloom as the Nathria fall.
Really? You didn't get another 8-8 rush? I can't punish you, but... Okay. He doesn't think I have an answer. 5, 9. If I had one more mana, we could do some real nasty shit. Okay. Well, this has to be done. Then I taunt you. Then
Delightful insanity.
I take out you. I heal you. No, actually, do I heal you? Yeah, because then it stops you trading in as a 3. I've played this before. This isn't necessarily a good thing. Okay, it's cracked apparently. I take it back.
We are all connected.
Give me a turn.
Humble seed to heaven.
How is it only 9? Does he have lethal? Not right now, he doesn't. And because he's left this up, I can get a 10-10 taunt. Just keep fighting. It has to be this. Thank you for all this juicy health. Then give me a big taunty boy.
Your purpose awaits.
Druid! I bet you wish you killed this Radiant Elemental now! He still has lethal, but I like to think that he doesn't know. Oh no, he does now. God damn it! He got the God play! I cannot believe that. That's actually astounding. Astounding, I tells you. Okay. 4-4, but, you know, we all know that I actually won. Anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, why not leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Everything helps me out. Honestly, the support on the channel recently has been fantastic as well, so thanks a lot for that. And I'll see you next time, where we'll check something else out. Goodbye.